in the rain, I can picture the sunny days ahead. As I grow older, I find the choice is always mine, which way my life will go. That's why I'm smiling.
The new Jackie 33, and today is September 6, 2016. I hope everyone's well, getting healthier and better. This is my 7th month on the 8th, or if you want to go in weeks, my 29th and 30th week. Stats, time for stats. Started the journey in August and September of 2015, and at that time I was 254. I had the gastric bypass surgery on February 8th, 2016, and at that time I was 236.4. Last week I came to you guys at 178.6, and today I'm 176.2. Let's back up. Last week, the 29th week, I was 178.6. I had a stall for a week and a half. And this week I came down 2.4 pounds for a loss since surgery of 60.2 pounds, and from the beginning of my journey, about 77 pounds. Am I happy with that? You will never hear me say a day when I'm not happy with a weight loss. I would have said I was happy last week at a stall, because I know when there's a stall, my body's losing inches, and it did lose a size. I'll talk about that later. Okay, want to talk about my measurements. I haven't talked about that in a while. I gotta look at a paper for that one. Pants, I started off with a size 22, and as of today, I'm a size 12. Yay for me. I am loving being a 12. Tops, I went from an extra large. I don't think I was a 2X, but anyway, extra large, and now I'm a large. I can't get rid of these arms. That's what's keeping me in the large. Dress, I was size 20 dress. I'm now a size 12. Working my way down to a 10, but still a 12. My bust went from a size 43.5. It's now a 37.25. My waist went from a 46.5. It's now 35. My hips went from a 49.25 to 41.25. My BMI went from 41.68 to 30.3. I'm almost overweight. Knocking on that door. My total inches lost was 58.25. So 58.25 inches. It's a good thing. I remember my doctor telling me a realistic goal for me back in probably September or October was 175. And I looked at her and I went, sure, yeah. Although my realistic goal was 165, I didn't think either of those goals were attainable, but I hoped. So if you guys are on Instagram, you know what I'm gonna say. I had a goal. When I get to my doctor's goal of 175, I actually purchased my goal. I'm claiming it. I am claiming it. My bracelet, my ID bracelet, which is now falling off, my medical ID, it was snug when I bought it, and now it's loose. But the charms I have on it, they're brass, and I don't like the way they look. They look a little cheesy. So my goal, my reward goal is 3 new charms. I'm putting the picture in about here, somewhere about here. And as soon as I hit that 175, not an ounce before, I will take off a few links, tighten it up a little, and add the 3 charms. I've been debating on my next goal, and that is my original goal of 165. When I get to that, I am planning on buying some boots. I really am thinking that in my brain, I see myself in some kick-ass boots, some leggings, and a suede or leather blazer. Mind you, I already got the leather and the suede blazer. I just need the kick-ass boots, but not too high because I still can't wear heels. I have a big favor to ask everyone in the weight loss community. Now, first of all, I don't want to sound ungrateful, and I want to thank all for the respect that you have given me. But please stop calling me Miss Jackie. Yes, your mamas have raised you well, but Lord, I don't want to feel older than I am. Jackie is just fine. I know in my head I'll still be hearing Miss Jackie, but thank you. And I wish I could tell all your parents they did good. Speaking of parents, I'm going to visit my mom in a couple of weeks, in about a week and a half. She's 84 years old, and no matter how many times I see her during the year, I said I'm always going to spend a week in her home. We go to vacation together, and then she comes a couple other times, but I need to spend time with her. I don't. She's a special lady. The good news is I'm going to St. Thomas Virgin Islands. The bad news is my husband's not coming. I'm going by myself. I'm gonna be lonely. We very rarely vacation away from each other. Basically, only when we see our parents, we separate. Most of the time, we are together. Um, the other bad news is she doesn't have a computer, internet, Wi-Fi, and she has basic cable. So that means no YouTube, no Instagram, no emails. I do have 1 gig of data on my phone, but when you Instagram and take pictures, it runs through that in no time. So I'm just gonna turn it off so I don't waste a lot of data and roaming and everything. But I guess I'll have to go read a book. um, I'm going to probably go to the library a couple of times, and I'll probably get some emails, look at my emails there. But basically, Instagram is out unless I can find a hotspot. I already checked, no Starbucks, so I can't go there and hang out. But I'll be looking for a hotspot. Even if I do find one, I can't do YouTube. Look at YouTube because the amount of time I spend on YouTube, I can't spend in a internet cafe. I look at hours and hours per day, and I'm figuring I get at least 20 videos per day. So when I come back, it's going to take me a month to catch up. 7 days of videos, but I'll be catching up. I love watching you guys of my heart. But I will be videoing on my iPod, on my phone, on my Kindle, whatever source I have, I will be videoing on. Um, Sorry, I had a phone call. And meanwhile, that also means there's no gym. My mom doesn't have any gym equipment. So I was going to get a week temporary gym membership, but then my mother suggested that we get up at 6:30 in the morning, go walk on the beach. That's better than a treadmill. So we're going to get up 6:30 in the morning, go walk on the beach. The beach is 2 miles. So if I do that twice, I got about 4 miles, and I think I've done my exercise. And it's the sun coming up. There's no better way. Looking forward to that. Only thing is, I think I'm going to gain a few pounds. But as I've said in the past, life is what it is. You know, we can't go around losing all the time. The real life has a little bit of joy in it, and I'm going to enjoy time with my mom, my mommy. No Mai Tais or pina coladas for me. I was a drinker pre-surgery, so not that I didn't drink, but I think that the sugar in either one of those drinks might trigger dumping, and I don't want that to happen. But how about straight rum? That sounds like a plan. Um, I want to talk about the subject for this week is a video by Melanie Slice Thinner. She did 2 videos on this on Gene Pro. And the first time I saw her first video about 3 weeks ago, she mentioned that it was deception, the way they advertised, and that potentially it was not 30 grams of protein, it was 10. Now, I don't like shakes, and I'm exclusively a Gene Pro user. So I was nervous. I did get my blood work done about 3 months after surgery, and my protein was like 1 point under. So the doctor just said, drink my protein, drink no more than 30 grams of protein at a time, split them up instead of a lot of times. So I was nervous that maybe the Gene Pro wasn't very good. So I talked to my surgeon and immediately got um, a script for blood work. Long week waiting for that lab car to get my results back. But about 2 weeks ago, I got my stats, and the stats they're right here. They were really good. Everything was on point. Everything was nothing was on the minimum line. Everything was about average. Nothing was at the top either. Um, my calcium was, which is kind of strange because I don't take calcium pills. I drink Fairlife every day, and I take my about 2 Flintstones every day, but my calcium was high. So in the past, my B12 was high. They had me take the B12 every other day because she said too much B12 makes your hand tremor, and there was something else a little worse with the tremors. I forgot what it was, so I stopped doing that. But the bottom line is, Gene Pro has not hurt me. Now, while I was waiting, I did go to my trainer, my personal trainer, and mentioned it to him, and he suggested I take something called optimal nutrition. That's the protein, and he doesn't even like protein shakes at all. He recommends you get it in food, but he knows that I'm different because of the surgery. So I ordered some of that last night. But the bottom line is, I will be using the optimal nutrition, and I will be using Gene Pro. It works for me. It may not work for everyone. And yes, I do realize that there is deception in advertising in these businesses because most of our shakes are not approved by the FDA. I, they are just, we have to take their word for it and their studies. So it is what it is. Melanie, I thank you for your research. I thank you for making me look a little harder in what I have. We all should do our research and look into it. But the bottom line is, none of these things are regulated. We are taking, it's a crapshoot. Whatever we take, we have to take their word for it. And that's why these things must be regulated by the federal government. But I'm getting ready to do a political thing, and I'm going to move on from that. Just move it on. Now for the segment, I thought it was me. I only got 3 of them this time. And the first one is, when I sit in the bed, on my thighs are relaxed. Is it just me that my thighs look like deflated puddles? When I looked in the mirror. I was naked the other day. And I looked in the mirror and I went, damn, I got a 2-pack. Not a 6-pack, but a 2-pack. And the top, it goes in, but then the rest of it comes out. So that's a negative 4-pack, but that's another story. I got a 2-pack. I'm owning that. Does that anybody have that? And I would stand up and show you, but I don't like you need to see my stomach. Sorry. The last thing is, my thighs are evolving. So I don't know if anybody has that. In the past, my shape went rounded. I had a womanly shape. Now my thighs are going straight up and down. The muscles are being trained to go straight up and down. That's the good news. The bad news is the fat and the loose skin is doing the same thing. So when I'm walking, everything is going forward. But that I noticed that difference in my body. Is anybody else seeing that? Collarbones. I never thought collarbones was a thing. Everybody's talking about how the collarbones, but I got collarbones. So I guess I got the thing, whatever the thing is. But okay, it's time for my 7th-month body shot, and I'm putting it in about. This is me at 7 months. This is a large top, size 12 jeans, and this is the front, side, back, side, and front. And as of today, Tuesday, September the 6th, I am 176.2. Really happy. think I'm still in a size 12 dress. Um, Going down, size 12 jeans. I'm wearing a size 12 jeans now. I can't believe that I'm in a size 12 jeans. It blows my mind. I was telling my husband about it, and I had him on. And I was showing, like, look at me. I'm in a size 12 jeans, and he, for a second there, I had like a quick panic, and he goes, "What happened?" And I went, "I spent the last year plus dieting, worry about how I'm eating, and for a quick second, I realized my journey is coming to an end. I want to get to a size 8. I'm getting there. Um, what do I do? Um, how do I solve this problem? Where do I go from here?" And I thought about it, and we sat down and we talked. And basically, I will go back and see my nutritionist and get a maintenance plan to work it out. Now, you're talking 3 months. It's not tomorrow. Like, I'm making it sound like it's tomorrow, but it's not tomorrow. And Positive Girl Gets Fit, you said you were going to do some videos about that. I'll be needing that in about 3 months, so I'll be looking for you. Um, well, the quote of the day is called "When the Chickens." No, before I do that, I got to show you guys something. This is the book I'm in. Yay! I'm in this book. It's and page 67. I got the whole freaking page. Check me out. I'm published. Yay! When you go to the library, you can see my ass. I'm sorry. That was crass. Sorry, but I'm published. Anyway, the quote of the day is called "When the Chickens Come Home to Roost." That quote was a summer challenge for my Baltimore, the African American Quilters group, and they usually give you, they're off for the summer, so they give you a piece of fabric and you got to do something with it. And I'm gonna put in a picture. The first picture will be the fabric with all these roosters, and then the second picture will be what I did with the roosters. And I put some chickens in there because we got to have a partner. But it's called "When the Chickens Come Home to Roost." I spent a lot of time on this because I needed to have it done by last Saturday. I spent about 4 weeks working on it, 2 weeks putting the top together, and about 3 weeks hand quilting it. And I spent like 12 to 14 to 15 hours every day last week to get it done by last Saturday. And it's still not quite done yet, but you can't tell what it is. I'm going back to Morgan University on Saturday, on September 10th, between 1 and 2:30 or 1 and 3. It's a question and answer little group meeting, and 3 of us, or hopefully more, will be bringing quilts to discuss our technique. And I'm gonna bring my quilt and my book and discuss the technique I did there. And then I'm gonna bring another one, an ethnic quilt, that the Egyptian quilters technique. So I'll be doing that on Saturday. If you guys want to stop by, you're great. If not, I love you anyway. My subscribers, your comments, your likes, your support makes my journey just a little bit easier. And Lord knows this is not easy. And for all the newbies, the new members who are looking and thinking about it, want you to know this is work. What I do is I go to a trainer 3 days a week and spend an hour driving to get there, half an hour there and half an hour back, and about 55 minutes exercising, cardio and weights. That's on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. On Tuesdays, I do 30 minutes couch to 5K. On Thursdays, I do the 30 minutes couch to 5K plus more treadmill to get to 3.5 miles walking. And then on Sunday, I walk 3.5 miles. And I'm starting to increase that by blocks now. No, this is not easy, but I'm gonna do this. I got to do this. And you guys gotta know, if you don't do anything, nothing will happen. In the meanwhile, I want to thank you guys. I do appreciate you. And for all the members who just got surgery, because there's a lot of you guys, I want to say, hang in there. And for all you guys who are going to get it for the next in the next couple of months, and there's a lot of you. Have your food funerals, enjoy your food funerals, get back on track again, and you got it's a hell of a ride. Fumi, I see you. I see you. Um, I find myself telling a lot of people, be kind to yourself. We are really rough on ourselves. Me too. Me too. But that's all for now. Have a great day, a great week, and I'll be watching your videos.